I want to first start with present progressive. This is something that is happening right now. I am studying English, right? I'm studying English right now. I have my books I'm studying, or right now I am teaching you English. I am teaching you. So it's I am, verb, ing, okay? But it's happening now. It's in the process. Now there are 3 rules for the present progressive. It could be happening now, okay? It could be the near future, or it could be like a temporary time, okay? Those are your rules around the progressive, but it's in process. So if you understand that, if it's happening now, so you kind of visualize it, see it, that it's happening now. You know, the person is walking, the person is running right now, okay? All of these things are happening, okay? So it's in process. So that's the present progressive, or you can call it present continuous. Let's get into the past progressive. How about this? Here's an example of past progressive. I was studying English when you called yesterday. That's like the biggest example, and I think the most popular example to say. I was studying English when you called. So what does that mean, I was studying English when you called? It doesn't make sense. Well, it might. Past simple, again, is a finished action with a finished time. Past progressive can be that the action was still in process and it wasn't yet finished, but wait a second, it's the past. Yes, it's the past, but at that time it wasn't finished, it was still continuing. You could actually see it happening, okay? So when that person was studying, somebody called. Now called is a short action, okay? So when we talk about actions, you need to know a little bit about them. You have long actions, you have short actions, and then you have actions that you don't put the ing on at all, and those are called stative verbs, and I'll probably make a video on them later on. But stative verbs are verbs that, you know, they don't have the ing form. Past progressive, again, is something that is still happening in the past. Now, if an action like studying English can take an hour, that means a lot of things can interrupt it, you know? So like while I was studying, you know, my mother called me, or while I was studying, my wife made me a coffee. You know, so make a coffee goes to made, past simple, because it's a fast, quick action. It interrupted the process. So you can actually see the process happening, okay? You kind of imagine it, you know, it's there and it's just happening. So he was running, he was sleeping, but all of these things happen at specific times in the day, okay? Sometimes it could be all day the person was working and all of these things happened to him. Or sometimes it can be, you know, maybe at 10 o'clock, that's the specific time, and 10 o'clock he was learning. You might say to me, why don't you just say he learned at 10 o'clock? Well, if you say he learned at 10 o'clock, so that's it. Like, you don't want to say too much more, it's finished. If you say he was learning at 10 o'clock, you're opening up a door for more information to be done, and it's more of a process. Like you can visualize it. So when we use the past progressive, it's for to explain the background, the setting, and to be a little bit more specific about what was happening during a time of an event. Now that's the past progressive. It's a little bit more confusing, but I hope that kind of helped. Now we're gonna move into the future progressive. Future progressive is like this. You're gonna say, I will be studying English tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So someone calls you and says, hey, tomorrow night I want to hang out with you. Do you want to go to the movies? And you're like, I can't. And he goes, why not? Because when you want to go to the movies at 5 o'clock, I'll be studying English. So I can't. I'm sorry, I'll be studying, so there's no way. I'll be in the process of studying. That means you're telling this person that you're gonna be busy. Why? Because it's a pre-planned event. But you're gonna be busy at that specific time that he wants to go to the movies. So you can tell him, I'll be studying then, or I'm going to be studying. You can use the going to or will, whatever you want. But again, you're giving him kind of like a better image of, oh, okay, so he'll be in the action of studying. You're not promising him, I will study, or I'm going to study tomorrow. No, you're telling him that at that specific moment, at 9 o'clock, or at 7 o'clock, or at 5 o'clock, you will be studying English. So you can't, because you're gonna be busy. Now, we're gonna move in to the perfect tenses. Let's do it.